Hey guys, Louis Gazooey here. I'm here with a deck profile today. It's basically like the Wonder Twins, more or less. I know I just recently top date one of the Rome events, which is really cool because I made this like before the event, and I find it really cool how like the card choices, some are similar, some are different. So it's pretty cool to like compare them back and forth. But this is the list I had beforehand, and a couple people asked me for it, and this is by far one of the funnest decks I've played, like just the combos you can do and like the interactions. So I definitely recommend this deck, and you guys should definitely give it a try. Try it out. You guys will like it. I'm gonna start with the forwards. We're gonna start with the water forwards. So we're playing the 3 1-drop Poroms. I like this one a lot because you can just return it to her hand whenever she gets targeted by an opponent, summon or ability, and then you can search out for the other Porom, which is really useful. And for a 1-drop, it's just turn 2 after you play a backup. Just really easy to bring out. Really easy to protect herself as well. Then we play the bigger Porom. She's pretty cool because she's like a Yuna, essentially. So she chooses the forward that costs 5 or less and bounces back to their hand, which is pretty cool. And then her other effect to kill things or ping it for 8,000 damage is pretty efficient as well. We also play 3 Ashe. I think Ashe is like really strong card in general. A lot of things are targeting essentially, and being able to get a free 3K every time she's targeted, not just like once, just anytime she's targeted is really good. And then also like her ability, how you can activate her so you can attack and then like activate her and block is pretty efficient. Especially anything with first strike, like I love first strike. It's probably one of my favorite mechanics in the game, and anything that gives you a boost with first strike is like really good in my opinion. You just win trades so easily. Another MVP card of the deck is Waka. I think Waka is probably one of the best water forwards in the game. Just being able to negate a card effect and then put them at 1,000 power is just really strong, and then boost your guys when he attacks, like, or just one guy. But like the boost in general is just still really strong regardless. And then I play 1 Cloud of Darkness. I like Cloud of Darkness. I'm only playing 2 Bahamut's, the 9-drop one in this deck, and I like Cloud of Darkness because she still kind of controls Golbez. If they break their Golbez, Cloud of Darkness kind of kills with everything they summon more or less, except for maybe one. But whereas with Bahamut, you're using a lot more resources, so I might be upping to 2 Cloud of Darkness because of Golbez. But I definitely think that Cloud of Darkness will be seeing more play in water because she could control Golbez just as much as Bahamut. So like having options for both are really good. Bahamut to just kill the Golbez and not have to worry about. If they get the Golbez resolution off, you just play Cloud of Darkness, which still controls the Golbez more or less. So I might be upping it 2 for her. For the fire forwards, we're playing 3 Palom, the 1-drop. When he attacks, ping something for 2,000, and then if he dealt damage to a forward and that forward dies, you search out for the bigger Palom. Really good with haste too, because if you swing for damage to the player as well, he searches out another one. He searches out for this guy, and I like this guy a lot because there's a really like burn mechanic in the game to hit like life. So for Palom to have that mechanic to hit life when you don't have safe attacks, I find that really useful. And then dealing 7,000 for free also is something that's pretty cool because you can attack, ping something, say they weren't able to block for some reason, bring out this Palom, do another 7K, that's 9,000 total. And then there are other ways like, yeah, Brynhilder, other summons, Fusoya. So there's just a lot of ways to ping things to get everything started. 3 Basch. I like Basch a lot. He's also like a mini Bahamut, which one of the things I love a lot. So being able to do a 9K to 2 targets is just really good for a 3-drop. And then if Ashe is on board, he becomes 9K. So a 9K that potentially can kill 2 forwards for free is, in my opinion, is just really good. Really strong. And then we play 2 Furion. I actually like this card a lot. I'm not sure if I would go to 3. I think 3 would be too much. 2 is like the perfect number. I like Furion a lot because he kind of he's a control card, in my opinion. Just because how much utility he has. Brave, First Strike, he can ping cards or he can gain power. So it's just the resourcefulness. Into the late game, he just becomes a monster because you just have free resources for him. and you can just buff him however much you want. Giving him Brave and swinging and pressuring that first strike, or even pressuring like a Bellius in your hand is just like it's just too strong. I think Fearon's really good. 2 might be enough. You can even probably get away with 1. I'll definitely play 2, but not 3. 3 might be too much, but I like Fearon a lot. This card has come in clutch a lot. We're gonna go with the forward, the backup. Sorry about that. We're gonna start with water. So I play another Waka because I like Waka a lot. Waka's really good. So this is really just for a special, the discard for a special. But I still think having the option to be able to have more consistency towards using Waka's effect is really strong. So that's why I play the water. The Waka backup. 1 Len. At the time, I wasn't sure what backups I wanted to play, so I just put in the Len just for the 2-drop, easy turn 1. Kind of, you want to start your cycle. It's kind of like a tempo deck, so you want to start your cycle as soon as you can, and then just having the active of her effect for when your opponent plays a summon is pretty good. Just have the extra mana. Or crystal points. Sorry, I said mana. Just crystal points. Minwu is a definitely must-have. I only play 2. I think 2 is fine, but Minwu is probably one of the best cards right now. I always recommend any water deck that you're playing just to play Minwu. I play 3 Yuna. The reason I play 3 Yuna is just being able to get Leviathan as a 2-drop is really strong. And then she's just a 2-drop herself, so just easy turn 1 if you open with her, play her on the board, and just continue with your day. And yeah. And I play 2 Summoner. It's a really underrated card. I think this card is really good. It basically turns your 2-drops into 1-drops for your summons, and I think that's really efficient. So I only play 2. I think 2 is enough. 3 might be a little too much of an overkill, but I like this card a lot. It also lets you get to your fire 2-drop summons as well in this deck. For the fire backups, I play 2 Red Mage. Having a forward that can't be blocked is good. For Palom, swings, does damage, brings out the other one. I like that one a lot. I play 2 Tella. Tella is just for the control, ping big things out the way. I think 2 is fine. 3 might be overkill. I might even be considering going to 1 and playing something more efficient, but I think 2 would be fine for now. I play 2 Sage. I like the Sage especially for Palom. Drop the Palom, drop Sage. You have haste. You can swing instantly and bring out the other one, or the other Palom. So I think this is just strong. Just attacking in general right away is just pretty strong with this deck, because the minute you can get early game damage, like if you can get at least like 3 early game damage, you're most likely going to win the game, just because the rest of the game you can just ping. So it's just free damage right away is really strong in this deck. And then play 2 Black Mage. Just adds more pinging potential to kill things. Get your Paloms going. And it's just 2-drop, really easy to drop on board early game. And then I play a Fusoya. Fusoya is just probably one of the most broken backups in the game right now. If you can play him in the deck, I would just recommend him, because if something's going to hit you for damage, why not kill it? You're taking the damage anyway. And then it's just a really strong control card. It kills a lot of things in the meta, a lot of strong things in the meta. So I definitely recommend Fusoya in most decks, especially in this deck. And then for summons, we're going to start with the water ones. I'm only playing 2 Leviathans. I'm definitely going to up it to 3. I think I only have 2. I have them like in my other decks. They're just like mixed up, but like I'm going to be getting more, but I'm definitely going to bump up to 3. I was just trying out 2 just to see how I like it. I've been liking it in this deck. Just seeing how the meta flows with it, and Leviathan still is, and it's probably always going to be a really generally strong card. So I'm definitely going to play 3. Those are the only water summons. You guys are probably going to ask why I'm not playing Moogle, that other guy, the 4-drop Mollywib, something like that. He has the Moogle effect. I'm not a big fan of those cards at the moment. I just rather have cards that do something for me at the moment than have to wait. They are EX bursts, which is really good, which I feel like this deck might be lacking a little bit. But I still feel like this deck is strong without those cards. I may definitely incorporate them at some point once I do some more playtesting. 2 Bellius. I think this is probably one of the best summons in the game. It essentially just gives you a free trade of something. If you block Bellius, killer guy, draw a card. Like you're just trading. Essentially, well, it's just a +1 in my opinion. And then even on the attacking, giving haste. So just Palom, drop Belias, draw a card, swing, get everything started. And I love Belias a lot. He's just one of my favorite summons in the game. And I always recommend him at 2 to 3 all the time. Two Brynhilder. He helps with the Palom pings. Just 7k. He's just kind of straightforward. It's EX burst. And then 2 Bahamut's. I'm definitely going to go to potentially 3. I might put the other Cloud of Darkness in first because Bahamut is a pretty heavy cost. And if you're on the backbone of things, Bahamut may not help you if you're low on card advantage and even card count. So Bahamut, don't get me wrong, Bahamut is like ridiculously broken, super strong, completely counters Golbez and multiple other decks. And at the moment, I would only play 2 and maybe a second Cloud of Darkness, but I definitely would be playing 2 Bahamut if you're playing Fire, especially for stuff like Golbez. So I hope you guys like the deck. It's a lot of fun. I played it a couple times. My friends have played it. They all loved it. So hopefully you guys enjoy.